Welcome to episode 26 of the Bazooka Kickboxing series, back with Abiel Delgado. And today we're going to talk about the left kick and changing levels with the left kick. And there's 4 different levels we're going to talk about and 4 different targets that we're going to focus on. The first one is the inside low kick. So we have 1, 2, we have the back leg. So I'm attacking the back leg. 2, 3 is the body, and 4 is my high kick. So the left kick is very important whatever level you're attacking of the 4. You just want to make sure there's 2 options of how to throw that kick. So the first is our traditional switch. So I'm going to do the switch to all 4 levels, and then I'm going to show you the step. Or there's actually 3 different ways, because you don't even have to do any of them. You can throw it from a stationary foot. So the first one is the switch, and I'll do 4 levels. Back leg. Okay, that's the switch. The second one we're going to talk about is the step out. So what I'm going to do, if you look at my footwork from this position, my switch, I'm switching just like we talked about in our early episodes. But the step out I'm going to use as I'm stepping off, my front foot's in center line, I step off and I attack. I use that step out as a way to launch, use it as a spring. So I'm stepping out and I'm springing, using that launch in order to get power. So I'm going to do the same thing with the 4 different levels. One more time. Okay, the last one would be that stationary style kick. You're going to find without the switch or without the step out, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get more power, but these are more quick style kicks that can set up your boxing. Okay, there you go. That's a little bit more awkward, but it's those ones that you can throw quicker that set up other techniques. All right, so now we're just going to flow between all levels. The pad holder Abiel is just going to mix it up, high kick, and constantly change levels with it. I don't want it in order. And a lot of times we always see low kick, high kick. Let's go high kick to low kick, body kick to high kick. Constantly change levels and be unpredictable. Once you have that hip control, you can change levels anytime you want. So let's have some fun with it. You're going to notice I'm constantly switching step outs to switch. When working this with a partner, there's so many different ways you can do it. So we can start with 1 for 1. I throw 1 left kick, Abiel throw 1 left kick. So we can go back and forth that way. We can add 2, we can add 3, we can add 4. You can even have just one partner standing there and the other person picking their shots with their left. So right now we're going to start with just 1 and we'll build it up. So just any level from the 1. Okay, going to 2. Three. And you can see us constantly switching what kind of step we're doing. Switch steps or even nothing. Last one, we'll just do 4. And you don't always have to throw them in repetition. I can throw a single, double, single, still 4 strikes. Last one. Okay, so Aviel's gonna be on the wall bag, and he's just gonna mix up difference. He's throwing singles, doubles, constantly changing levels. On this drill, I let Aviel use his straight punches. It acts as a range finder, helps keep his distance, and you don't wanna throw too many round attacks. After so many round kicks, you wanna throw straight punches, and the punches also mask the eye to allow you to hit that level change a little nicer. Time. So I'm going to practice those changing left kicks on the long bag. With this bag, you really got to use the timing to land that left kick. So if the bag's coming, you want to be able to time the kick as it comes. That's what the benefit of this bag is, using that movement to walk someone into your swing kick. If the bag is coming this way and you try kicking sometimes, it's a little awkward. Or if the bag's moving this way, on that angle, you're kind of kicking with it. I want you to really work on timing the bag and meeting the bag to get more power. Again, I'm allowing my guys to use straight punches because it sets up the kicks a little nicer. So I'm going to discuss some common errors, and the first one is going to be squaring up too much on your kicks. When you're throwing your left kick, you want to make sure you stay defensive on your left side. If you're kicking and constantly staying super square, that means straight punches are going to land. So I want to make sure when you kick, you are defensive with your hands, especially when throwing double kicks. The second one I'm going to talk about is that back foot. And if you watch that video from earlier on in the series on the left kick, on the switch kick, I really talk about getting on the calf of the plant foot. If you're constantly kicking on your heel, you're gonna have that back motion and you're not gonna be able to get your hip over. So let's get on that calf of the back foot. And again, you don't always have to do it, but don't always be flat, don't always be on the toes. Mix it up, you're gonna get a different effect from the kick based on how you use your calves or not. The third one is gonna be constantly how you react to returning from the left kick. And a lot of times when people throw left kicks, they either kick through and then they stop and end up in this position. You want to make sure after any level of your kicks, you build in some sort of exit or defense. So after I throw, I'm bringing my foot down and my footwork's in position. You got to remember, if you've put yourself in a bad position, that's when your opponent can counter. So if you're constantly kicking and ending in this position, you're in trouble. You got to build in some sort of defense after that kick. There you have it, changing levels with the left kick. Make sure you constantly change up your kicks. You don't want to be one-dimensional. Change levels. With changing levels, it confuses your opponents, and that's when you get those knockouts a little better. If you're constantly hitting one area, that your opponent's going to defend that area extra tight, which is what you want because that opens up other areas. Whether you're hitting the head, okay, bring their head up, hit the body. If you're going to hit the body, hit the head. Change levels, just as we did with our punches in the earlier episodes, and now we're doing it with our kicks. Next episode, we're going to talk about my favorite weapon, which is the low kick. With the low kick, everything is going to open up, and once you learn my low kick system, your fighting, your training, your coaching is all going to change. So make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and again, make sure you follow the guys behind the camera, DB Vault, making these videos possible. We'll see you next episode.